Hi Scorpio, welcome back to my channel. This is going to be your love and soulmate reading for January 2019, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Okay, so the oracle card we have here is Deep Knowing. So it's kind of fitting for you guys as you guys tend to be more intuitive than the other signs. They're saying here that there's probably something that you've been reflecting on, something that you've been putting a lot of focus and energy into. And what this energy is saying is go with your intuition, go with your gut instinct. Don't try to, sugarcoat it or make it something it's not, because you know better than that. You know the truth, you know the underlying factors, you have this sense of knowing, right from wrong, and you have this sense of knowing people's motives and people's intentions from the get-go. You have a deep knowing here that if there's an answer you're seeking, you probably already know the truth. You probably already know the outcome. So it's like you have questions, or it's like you want to know things, but what they're saying is when you really stop and take a moment to really think about, the outcome here, you probably already have a pretty good idea of, where this is going or where this is heading. So listen to your intuition, as this is very strong. Continue trusting your intuition, continue following where it is that your heart is telling you to go. And if something feels wrong, if something seems wrong, don't, they're saying that you already know deep within answers, so don't go looking for things that aren't there. Okay. Scorpio, let's go ahead and get started here with your intuitive reading. We're going to do the spread here where I'll choose for both sides, and then whichever energy you think you're bringing to the table, you can go ahead and decide. Scorpio as a collective, love and soulmate reading. Okay, Scorpio, love and soulmate reading. Let's go ahead and get the first card on the table. Okay, first card on the table is Justice in reverse. Possibly dealing with somebody here that you're possibly dealing with somebody here that doesn't make things easy. With Justice in reverse, there's probably somebody that you're not communicating with. Somebody that wasn't fair about things, or somebody that it's like they have all these expectations of you, and when you don't reach them, they feel this need to cut you out. But at the same time, it's like they're not even bringing to the table what they expect of you. So there's this imbalance here where things just don't seem fair. Let's go ahead and get the second energy on the table. Okay. So we have 10 of Wands on the other side. The energy feels like whoever's on this side feels like they're carrying the weight of the past. For some of you, this is feeling like you're holding on to things that aren't relevant anymore. You're holding on to baggage that you don't need the burden of. And it's not even that you want to necessarily be back with this person, but you almost expect an apology or some sort of clarity. It's like you're holding on to this because you still have questions maybe for this person, like, why did you do the things you did? Why did you betray me? Why did you cut me off? Why were you cold to me? I thought we had this connection. With the Queen of Swords here with the Justice card, it could be that, you're dealing with the Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, strong Libra energy here, but it's more so this energy of somebody really cutting you off cold, and somebody that could have been very guarded toward you, somebody that could have held back the way they felt toward you when you guys were together. The type of person you're dealing with is somebody that gets very defensive. Somebody that... Okay, so over here we have 10 of Wands and we have 8 of Wands. With this 8 of Wands over here... So with 8 of Wands here, you might now be coming to this realization that whoever it was you were dealing with kind of came into your life to shake things up, kind of came into your life to like kind of rock your world and then kind of like spit it back out at you. And what you're kind of realizing now is that it just kind of seems like whoever it was you were dealing with came into your life to shake things up, came into your life to cause this stormy chapter. And who you thought you were might have changed throughout this year. Who you thought you were might have changed throughout the relationship with this person you're dealing with. They probably tried to shake you in ways that other relationships haven't before. And this is some sort of relationship that really causes you to go deep within. It really causes you this chapter in your life where you really look at things a lot differently than you have. And with the clarity card of the 8 of Wands is the 8 of Swords in reverse. So what it feels like is with this 8 of Wands moment that you have from this relationship that you're dealing with this person here who seems to have cut off communication from you, it almost seems as some sort of karmic relationship, something that jumps in to really shake your world up, to really knock you off your high horse, to teach you something. With the 8 of Swords next to this card though, you're finally becoming free. So although at first it might have seemed like, you know, things were very, you know, times were hard and you probably went through a very deep healing chapter in your life, you're coming out of this with the 8 of Swords feeling trapped. January may be all about coming out of that feeling of being trapped with, you know, the situation in your life. It really came and messed with your head. It almost felt as if they were playing a mind game. And for some of you, this is kind of surprising because for a lot of you, you understand others' intentions very well. And for some of you, what I'm seeing here is you're like, but how come if I understand people on a deep level, I'm having a hard time figuring you out, is the message coming in. It almost felt as if this person was playing a mind game on you, some sort of mind game. And okay, let's go ahead and get the last card on the left. For some of you, I feel like you waited around for an apology. It's almost like you were waiting for this person to come back around and be like, you know what, you were being punked. And then it's like you come to the realization like, wow, no, this person is really just like this. And, you know, they're probably not going to come back around with what I'm seeking. This person is very defensive themselves. So the sad thing is here, Scorpio, is that although you may have been expecting some sort of apology or some sort of clarity from this, it's almost like they're expecting an apology because that's just the kind of person they are. Okay, let's go ahead and get the final card on the left side here, Scorpio. Other side here, Wheel of Fortune. This kind of seems like the person that may have left for a better opportunity. The person that leaves because they're in search of something. For some of you, the person you're dealing with, it's like they break up with you and then they decide to move. Or for some of you, this person you were dealing with has moved or switched houses or locations geographically. It's like this person, though, is a happy-go-lucky sort of free spirit and doesn't necessarily regard the feelings that you have because it almost seems like they're the type of person that's more worried or concerned about themselves. So we do have the Hangman pop out in reverse here, and we did have a few other cards pop out, 4 of Swords in reverse. It kind of seems like you're in this chapter of life right now where, you know, you're making decisions to move forward from whatever it is you may have been hesitant on in the past. For some of you, this could be anywhere from 2 to 8 months. Okay, let's go ahead and get an outcome card here. As an outcome card here, oh, I'm sorry. So with that card that just popped up before, it's that for some of you, this might be a month where you're more focused on finances. It's like, you know what? I'm going to put relationships aside for a minute and really focus on myself and focus on my goals for this year. From this situation, you have a Devil card here in reverse. This is getting away from this toxic energy, getting away from this energy that really pulled you down to a lower vibration. Something that really, you know, it's it's sad here, right? Because the Devil card is always tempting. Whoever it was you were with is very tempting and very alluring. But the Devil card also has, you know, the downfall, the downside to it, which is, although it's tempting, it's very toxic. And although you might be drawn toward it, it's not always what's best for you. So you might be coming to this time period where you're just kind of, you know, taking a moment for yourself, doing what's best for yourself. Whatever it is that gets you back to this place of feeling good, happy, free, content, confident, that's kind of what you're doing right now. For a lot of you, you probably were just in this sticky situation that you had to really fight your way out of. And for a lot of you, I feel like you're just mentally and emotionally exhausted. But for a lot of you, I see you coming out of this time period of just feeling stuck and really let down by somebody. And this is all about, you know, regeneration and really getting yourself together for this new year of 2019. Really becoming, you know, coming out of the Hangman and getting yourself out of this Eight of Swords energy. For a lot of you, this is, you know what, whoever I can't bring into 2019, you know what, sweep, sweep. I just can't move forward with this energy in 2019. So whatever it is I need to cut out, whatever it is I need to move away from, that's kind of what you're more focused on right now. So Scorpio, that is all I have for you guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful month of January. I do apologize if this video doesn't resonate with you, as this is a very general reading for many people. However, if it does resonate with you, feel free to let me know in the comment section what does or does not. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Take care.